Hello friends, family, and benefactors alike. My name is Mackenzie Johnson and I'm your Miss Teen Jamestown International. Yes, this is a Christmas tree behind me. It is never too late for Christmas. Let's just be so real right now. I wanted to share with you guys something super exciting that I'm going to be starting on my Facebook page. As of today, I'm going to be doing my first one. So, as you guys may know, my platform is Redefining Disabilities, Transforming Minds, Disability Awareness. And through this, I have been able to use social media posts to educate people on disabilities. I've also been able to go into elementary schools and speak to students about the importance of treating others how you want to be treated, specifying in people with disabilities. However, I feel like I am not using my social media to its full potential. I do Facebook posts, however, I have never done a video, so I feel like a video I can get so much more information and I can educate people more quickly and more powerfully using my voice. And I wanted to start doing a weekly video on a common or uncommon disability and educate and get information out there about that disability and how you can communicate with the people who have it. So today is going to be my first one. I'm going to be speaking about autism, but first I wanted to ask you guys if you could help me out and think of a really cool name for this. I'm going to be doing it weekly. Whether I win the state pageant or not this weekend, I will continue to do this for as long as I can. If you have any ideas, please comment them down below or send me a message, and let's just get this thing started. So today I'm going to be speaking about autism, which is a very common disability. It affects 1 in every 64 births, so that's an insane amount of people in your community alone. Autism is a complex developmental disorder distinguished by difficulties with social interaction, verbal and nonverbal communication, and behavioral problems, including repetitive behaviors and narrow focuses of interest. It's caused by an abnormality in brain structure or function, and it's not characterized super specifically. It's very broad, and it's believed to have a genetic basis. Researchers have not yet identified a single trigger, so it's really one of the most broad disabilities that you can think of. People with autism can live completely normal lives. I say normal loosely because what's normal to me may not be normal to you at all. So instead, I would use the term typical or atypical. So a person with a disability or a person with autism can live a completely typical life. They just may need support in different ways or help making everyday choices. Treatment for autism spans completely in 2 separate ways based on severity. So you could have occupational therapy, which helps them do everyday things more independently, such as zipping your coat or putting your dishes away. And another type of therapy would be sensory integration. A lot of times people with autism have difficulty adapting to loud noises or specific feelings, so sensory integration helps them be more independent and allows them to be more connected to the typical world. No single medication can combat autism. However, they can help specific needs, such as epilepsy. Epilepsy occurs in 20% of people who have autism, and that's a seizure disorder. So medications can help with the seizure disorder, but they can't help the autism itself. The last thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is how to support someone with autism. So I have 4 things picked out that have really stuck with me since I learned them. And I hope that you guys can apply them to not just people with autism, but anybody with a disability. My first tip would be using person-first language. When I started working at the Young Carlson Center, in day 1 general orientation, we learned person-first language. An example of this would be autistic friend Tommy versus my friend Tommy who has autism. You always want to put the person first in front of the diagnosis. My second tip would be remembering that they are still individuals and they have the same basic rights that all of us do. So you need to treat them just like you would treat anyone else, and let them make their own choices. Even if you have to navigate them a little bit or re-ask questions, you need to be patient and wait for them to answer on their own. My third tip would be don't talk down, build up, and use age-appropriate language when speaking to anybody with a disability. My fourth and final tip would be, this is the most important tip in my opinion, it's speak out if you hear someone speaking against autism or any disability. This is something that you can do in your everyday life. Whether you're at school, in the workplace, there's probably going to be someone who uses the R word. Speak against them. Let them know that there's a ton of different words you can say, and if you're not going to say something nice, don't say anything at all. Alright guys, this was my first video on disability awareness, so please don't forget to leave me any suggestions below that you think I should name this, and also any disabilities that you would like me to talk about to you guys and that I can research. Once again, this is Mackenzie Johnson, and I'm signing off until next week. See you then.